Well, I definitely feel like it was really good for our body, the recovery, because, Jimbo allowed us that time because he trusts the fact that we will still perform when the game day comes. And he also knows that by the way we practice, that we're putting in the work. So he's definitely have a lot of faith and trust in us.
You've had a chance now to look at Nevada film probably for a few days now and kind of put some game preparations in. What do you know about them as an offense? Because from everything we've heard, it's high tempo, it's fast paced, it's a lot of pistol formation.
Well, as you know, Kaepernick came from there, so they're a big run option type of team. And so it's just like we really going to have to be real disciplined going into this game because the quarterback, he's very mobile, and that trying to contain him is pretty much our focus point for this week.
How big is it for you, too? Because you're a guy that can be pretty versatile. I mean, you can play the linebacker position, you can put your hand on the ground in rush. How big is that, especially for you in this kind of position? I mean, you're going to be getting a lot of looks, especially in that spread option.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's going to be that difficult for me. I feel like it's going to be more difficult for them because then they will have to focus on where am I at on the field and what position am I playing, and they can't just key in on where I'm at, whether I'm standing up or whether my hand is in the ground. So I feel like that's going to be a problem for them scheming around that because it's going to pretty much disguise whatever defense we're in. But going into the game, I feel like it's gonna be pretty simple. I mean, our coaches make sure we put a lot of emphasis on what they do, a lot of the movements they do, and so practicing now, I feel like we'll be fine going into the game.
You've had a chance to watch probably Pitt film from last week. Defensively, what do you guys kind of focus on to get better from last week?
My key point that we always try to focus on is stopping the run. So that's what we always focus on: stopping the run, stop the run, stop the run. So if we take that away, then the team has no other choice but to throw the ball. So that's all we've really been working on so far, just stopping the run.
How big was it from last week, too? I mean, you allow a touchdown drive, first very drive of the game. Then they don't get in the end zone again the entire night. How big was it for you guys to make that quick of an adjustment?
I mean, it was the first game. We had to get that game-like tempo going because that was our first full-speed game. But after we made our adjustments and we relaxed a little bit, we was like, yeah, we got this. So it was no big deal.
Most of the seasons, well, everyone except for this one that you've been here, you've started out the season at home. Is it almost kind of like you're starting a whole new season again because you've been off for so long and you haven't played at home yet?
Man, it's going to be great to bring the game back to Doak Campbell. It always feels good to play at home, have a supporting fan base, and hear that loud cry when we come out of the stadium. It's just wonderful.
What's it like for you guys to actually, because they're always pregame jitters because you just want to play a football game, but to actually have that, it's almost like starting everything fresh again. You're at home, you're going to see the crowd for the first time, run out of that tunnel for the first time.
It's going to be wonderful. I mean, especially since this is my last year, it's just like these will be my biggest memories because you can't take those years back. And so running out in front of those fans, seeing how much they enjoy watching us and just feeling that love from the crowd, it's just going to be amazing over what I'm feeling.
From a player's perspective, for fans that don't know, for fans that really do show up and pack the stands, what does their presence do for you guys on the field?
It just shows how much they really care and how much they support. So, and if we look up and we see empty spots, we feel bad as a team because we feel like we let our fans down, the reason they couldn't fill up the stadium. But when we look up and we see that the whole house is stadium, that they have our back, then that just lets us know that they have our back and we can go out there and perform for them and do the best that we can because that's what we're here for.